Welcome back to my channel.
Welcome back! You're probably wondering, what's this new background and who is this beautiful girl?
Hello.
Today's episode is called How to Get 100,000 Instagram followers.
Wow.
Wow to you, because she's like wowing at herself. I actually found Sapph on Instagram. I never thought that people with 100,000 followers were actually real humans. Look, it's just so nice. But the reason I thought I'd invite her over to do a bit of a collaboration is because this space for me, like YouTube, has been an amazing channel for me to make a lot of new friends, which I never had before. It's helped me get a message out there, like certain messages about life, about career transition and that kind of thing. And to be honest with you, it's been a really powerful platform for me in terms of, I guess, broadcasting a message, and it's kind of shaped my life. Now, there's a reason why Sapph started on Instagram, and she is going to tell you how to get 100,000 followers in how much time?
About 6 months. So I'll show you my Instagram. This is me, long Greek name, Zapph. It means sapphire in English, but I sound like a stripper if you called me Sapphire. So if anyone has the name Sapphire out there, don't worry, that's my name too. Or should I like not say it sounds like a stripper? Oh my God, what if I offended someone? I don't mean to offend, I have that name. We have the same name.
Digging a hole.
Like my name's worse actually because it's longer. Staff, like golden staff, people used to call me.
What's a golden staff?
It's like an STD.
So, has Instagram changed your life?
Yes, it has.
I've never really done a collaboration before, but I thought it was really, it was going to be really cool for you guys to see why people do certain things and why we're on social media. We sat down for like 3 hours last week. I didn't think that the meeting was going to be 3 hours, but it's just, no, we got on and I was like, man, this girl's she's just so intelligent. And yeah, her approach to things is very, I think you guys are going to relate to it. If you are in a space where you want to do something of your own, social media is such an accessible, powerful platform. It's why I hopped onto it and why Sapph hopped onto it. And even though we're in different spaces, the fact is it has helped reshape our lives.
Oh, definitely.
Before we share the tips, I think it's important for you guys to know what the motivation is behind certain things, because when we see Sapph, you see the beautiful pictures on Instagram and you're just a beautiful model, right? She's just a beautiful person in and out. So I think it's going to be really important for you guys to sort of understand the motivation behind and the story behind what Sapph does.
It all started with this folder. Actually, this folder, I started doing it at the end of 2006. At the beginning here, I have fashion designs. Here are some fashions I put together. Please look at them and tell me what you think by filling out the little survey in the folder. So I used to make my grandma fill out the survey.
How old were you when you made that?
11 and 12. I did this. I then went, I did a Chamberlain modeling course at the same time. They ended up wanting to sign me, but my dad said no. I said I had to use my brain, and I was like, but they do use their brain. So went on to high school. When I was in high school in grade 12, I started an online store. It was doing quite well at the beginning. I got into Girlfriend magazine. I remember a friend actually Facebooking me one night being like, oh my God, I just saw you in the magazine. I'm like, what? I'm not in the magazine. And me and my mom got in our car in our pajamas. We drove to the 7-Eleven and we bought the magazine, sat in the car park going through till we saw the photo. But then I had some personal things happen, some really scary things. One day I will share this with everyone, but I'm not quite ready yet. I decided, you know what, let's just give it up. It's not working right now. I felt like a failure. Like I was actually embarrassed. Like if anyone ever brought it up or asked me about it, I would just like freak out because I was so scared to fail. During this whole time, modeling was always in the back of my head, but you know, my dad's voice being like, no, you can't do it. You've got to go to uni. There's a certain way to do things in life. So I just kind of went with it. During uni, I was 18. I was a horrible student.
When you say horrible, like what do you mean?
I wouldn't do assignments, do it to the day of, wouldn't show up.
So you weren't coming to class?
No, and because I had a horrible breakup during one of the exams, I actually walked out without even starting it.
Wow.
That was actually probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done, and I do not suggest anyone to do that. I was studying business, so majoring in marketing and event management.
Just so you guys know what Sapph actually does right now, if you haven't gathered it, it's kind of marketing, but in her way, right? Yeah. Did you know that it was going to pan out that way?
No. Back then I didn't know how my life was going to turn out, but one thing I've always done is I trust the process. I've always gone with my heart. So anyway, I was in uni, wasn't doing great. Then I meet Nick, who I'm now engaged to. He told me I needed to like study. He's like, you're gonna get internships, real world experience. That's actually one of the big contributors.
So then what happened?
So I get this internship at Tourism Events Queensland.
While you're at school?
While I'm at uni.
Okay.
And I also happen to be enrolled in a class that's digital marketing. While I was at Tourism Events Queensland, my job as an intern was to post to social media, create content for the captions. As I was doing it, I was like, I would love to do this. I had an Instagram, you know, I enjoyed posting photos, but I had like, I think 2,000 followers, and I was like, I really, really want to do this, but I don't know how. And you know what, who would want to listen and look at me anyway? So I kind of just like left it at that, but that was like my mean voice inside of me saying I couldn't do it. I just left it, but I loved it, and I really did have a passion for it. Finished the internship, I graduated from uni. That changed my frame of mind. I was positive, I wasn't so depressed, you know?
Is that what actually happened?
Legit. I was like sitting in my room, and I was like, you know what? No one's gonna make me better or make me positive. No one's gonna actually make this happen for me. I've gotta take the first step within myself. You can draw on all those people giving you that positive energy, and all those people that are like telling you things like positive affirmations and things that you can be like a better person. You can go get that internship, why not? Take that on board, but you have to believe in yourself first.
There's a reason why I asked you that question, because I think ever since I've met you, like Sapph is very humble and almost like you just are. And I think that with where you are right now, you attribute so much of it to other people, but what I want her to see is that it's actually her that's
so nice.
happen, because it's true. I sit here and you guys know I've given you tips on how to do this, how to do this, how to do this, and why you should do this, and blah blah blah, but it's about how far you take that into action. You took action, you went and got the internship.
Yeah, like I applied crazy online all the time.
And what, you were working to get paid or what?
No, it was free, completely free. I did more than one internship too. I did about 4. Unpaid work all the time, but I kept doing social media marketing and I kept getting this passion for it. Then the next thing, I graduated. This job came up, a sales graduate role at Fujitsu, which is a global IT company. This place made me become confident. I believe everything you do in your life, you take a lesson from it, and it wasn't wasted time. I learned a lot. To go for the job, I actually had to do a PowerPoint presentation. I had to sell myself, like why should they hire me? I remember at the end, just to be a little bit funny, at the end of the slideshow, this was in like a big serious boardroom, I had this spread of koalas, and I'm like, because I have the koalifications. That was my last slide. And they laughed.
That's unreal.
It was really funny. And for this job, I was the only girl graduate in Australia, and I was the youngest.
How old were you?
I was 20 when I got it.
Damn.
Everyone else was mid-20s and up.
What?
They were all men. I ended up learning a lot about myself, being able to present and stand in front of people, in front of a boardroom, and sell something I really didn't know too much about. In February, almost 6 months, I met Pierre Muhlenbeck's mum, and Nick was taking photos of me. She goes, oh, are you Instagram, you know, famous? Nick goes, why? Do you know someone that is? That's actually what he said. And she goes, yeah, my daughter. You know Pia? And I was like, oh my God, she's got like 1 million followers. Yes, I follow her. She's like, yeah. And she's like to me, you could do it, you know. And then she took a photo of me and Nick. She goes, keep going. She's like, don't give up. And that's what she said to me. And I said to Nick, I think it's a sign, but you know what? I was caught up with Fujitsu still, went back to work, doing all that, pushed it to the side.
After Fujitsu, what happened?
So I went on my holiday, and while I was over there, I was like, oh, I still want to do this vlogging thing. Like, I reckon I could do that. I kind of still want to do my modeling thing. But I was scared, like, you know, scared of rejection, scared of people being like, who do you think you are? But I just like felt this like burning desire, passion for it. Last stop of our holiday was in LA. And I was like talking to Nick, like, I think this is something I really want to do. I'm not passionate about IT. They've taken me out from that marketing thing. I didn't fit the mold, and it's okay if you do, but I didn't. Started getting like really sick all the time, thinking I was allergic to everything under the sun. Really, it was really bad anxiety. Like, I used to freak out before going to work. It was a good company, it taught me a lot of things, but I just felt sick showing up to work. I was scared because I didn't want to do sales. And so anyway, at the Mondrian, and I see these 2 girls walk past, and I go, oh, I've seen them before. Oh my God, that is Tash, Oakley, and Devon. Anyway, I met them.
For you guys who don't know who they are these girls who also did their own thing on Instagram and now have successful business out of it. And then here's Sapph going, I really want to be a blogger, I don't know if I can do it. And all of a sudden, the signs of the universe came around. Here's what your life would be like if you just went for it.
I introduced myself. It was the most scariest thing. I ended up talking to them and they were like, who's this girl in like this bikini? Like, what the hell? Like, we're selling bikinis here. Your bikini's too good. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And this is like me with them when I met them. It just sparked something further in me.
Do you think that this actually happened and you tuned into the fact that it was happening and you connected the dots? And then that's what may have inspired your next steps. I tell you guys this all the time. Sometimes it's about tuning into the things that are happening around you and not just being reactive to it, but like really tuning in and going, okay, this is happening, what can I make of it? Is it related to what I want to do directly, or is it steering me off in this way? And I think if you tune into little events in your life, like how long did this event last for? Like 5 minutes of your life, right? Like,
yeah, it wasn't long. So I came back with an idea. I was like, I'm gonna quit my job. I had no money in my bank account. Like, when I say no money, legit, like no money.
Like, how much money did you have in your account?
Like maybe $20. And my dad's like, no, you can't quit your job. You have no money. I told a few friends on the Sunday, I'm gonna quit my job on Monday. My boss wasn't there Monday, so I quit Tuesday. The last words he said to me was, Sapph, I think you're an intelligent, bright girl. I think you're gonna be successful in whatever you do as long as you be you. I was like, what does that mean? Like, you be you, like I'm me, like hello. But I think now what he was trying to say is like, don't do something to impress someone else or to make someone else happy. Do it for you. I quit that job. I had no money. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna blog. I'm gonna share my passions with the world and like, let's see what happens.
And then you started your Instagram. Like, you started taking your Instagram account seriously?
Yeah.
How did you get 100,000? How to get 100,000 followers on Instagram?
Step one, what do you like? Like, what do you want to share with everyone? Why are you going on Instagram? What are you gonna post? My main thing is fashion. That's what my passion is. It's something I love. I have loved, like I showed you, since I was a kid. I thought, this is my purpose. Your first step is, what am I gonna post and why?
What is your objective?
Yes.
Decide what your objective is, because that is going to drive the rest of your posts, correct?
Yeah.
This video has been a little bit long, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide it into two. You can watch part 2 and Saph's gonna tell you the rest of the steps on her channel. You can also follow her on Instagram and just watch how she posts and watch how frequently she posts. These are like little clues to get the lowdown on the other steps. Hop onto Saph's channel. The link is in the description box of this video. If you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, do it. You know what to do. If you like this video and you want to see more of this kind of stuff, give us a like. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed Saph's guest appearance. Thank you so much.
Long story, I'm sorry.
No, don't even.
I just talk too much.
I'm gonna put it down to 5 minutes anyway.
She's gonna cut my story, bitch.
I'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Tip number 1. La 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 la. Hello.
Well, she gives us this tip. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.